We now have discovered a program, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Fun. I can't, I'm laughing. Okay. It's called Fun-vaccs. All right. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to bring Ashley Jones to the line right now. Ashley Jones, just come on the line real quick. All right.
Okay.
This is sent to one of our listeners on Facebook. It was just sent to you. I'm sorry, Danny. Okay.
I just found it on my Facebook wall.
On your Facebook wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was shared with us, and we went down the rabbit hole. Correct?
We went deep down the rabbit hole.
Okay, and you discovered one thing after the next, and you actually sat there. We met with Kenny from Michigan. I'm actually trying to find the document here. We actually have the document posted on the Pete Santilli Show. .com. So everything that I'm gonna provide to you guys is actually going to be up on the site. Okay. So you sat with Kenny and you played him a video that I basically did not have access to. I have to set the stage here, okay? But you played this video. It was in the background. We were literally Kenny was on his way back from meeting with. He went out to Colorado, went to Bundy Ranch. He's an activist. He's out there. He met with Mark Taylor, and you and Kenny were sitting there talking about what the government is doing to us and the factual information we know how to go and get. Correct?
Correct. While we were having margaritas.
And I did not listen to that video until when?
25 minutes before the show.
25 minutes before the show. Stop right there. Okay. That was the culmination of doing hours of research. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on the screen right now. What I'm about to describe to you, gentlemen, is a program, all right? Oh, my God. Did I put it in today's picks? That's why I'm fishing for it. I did. I put it in today's picks, didn't I? Somebody took it out of today's picks. No, they didn't. Here it is. Fun-vaccs. Thank you. I'm sorry, you guys. Please bear with me, all right? I was just fiddling with it because I want to have control over what's going to go on the screen right now. Okay? All right. Now, this has to do with Kylie Jenner and chemtrails, okay? Except let me tell you the extent at which this operates. Now, look at this. Quarterly Fun-vaccs review. This entire document, and by the way, it's 115 pages. And I know how to get through this because I was the one that assembled this 115-page document. For Cenk Uygur, what is his name?
I don't know. It's
okay. That doesn't believe, he thinks that it's a conspiracy theory, okay? That they are actually chemtrailing. And I'm putting on the screen right now. This is not a conspiracy theory. Here's an image of the tanks that are contained inside these planes that are being used to spray us. Now, what are they spraying us with? That's for phase 2 of Cenk Uygur's re-education, we'll call it. We need to put him in a fun camp, don't we? Okay. For those of you that think that it's a conspiracy theory that they're doing this, let me provide you with another picture. Okay. Here's another picture of these chemical containers that are used for spraying. All right. Do we have the video queued up of the spraying over a country that I'm going to disclose? We have it? Okay. We have it on the screen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what are they doing? We see in multiple occasions. We see them spraying. Now, for those of you that have been following chemtrailing, just bear with me here because what they're actually doing, you're going to be absolutely blown away. All right. We know that chemtrailing exists. We know that there's plenty of evidence. It is not a conspiracy theory. Ms. Frickin' Hotsy-totsy intellectual analyzer and basher of those people on the other side of the internet thinks that it's a conspiracy theory. Here, I'm going to show you some spraying right now. Here it comes. And you don't even need to, you can hit mute if you want. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at these two planes that are spraying, right? I'm going to tell you where they're spraying and why here momentarily. There's a 747, and I think a 707. What are the two planes, by the way? It says it in the description. We'll provide this. Hold on. Go ahead, Danny.
It's a Boeing 747 and a Boeing 737.
Boeing 747 and 37. Okay. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to actually bring Robbie House on at the top of the hour. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are doing your chemtrail research, okay? It's okay. Just hold on to your horse. We see pictures of chemtrailing. We're victimized by chemtrailing. I'm going to tell you why these planes are flying, spraying chemtrails over Baghdad. And when you find out why, right after the top of the hour news break, you're going to be physically ill. Even if you've been following chemtrails, you're going to be sick to your stomach when you find out the extent at which they're using this technology. It's not a conspiracy theory. Cenk Uygur, you stay tuned, okay? Right after the top of the hour news break, we're going to tell you what they're doing. I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away by this. I was.
Hi, this is Danny with the Pete Santilli Show. Almost 1,000 episodes, I've been responsible for making sure that Pete does everything he can to piss off the Department of Homeland Security, FBI, and the CIA. In the coming days, we're going to be kicking it up a notch, and there's no doubt that every 3-letter agency will be having nervous breakdowns trying to figure out how to silence us. Our message is simple. It's time to get every single American who cares about what's happening in this country in the streets to shut the system down. We're not willing to sit around and wait for the feds to come get us. Get to them, but we need your help. Obviously, corporate America won't be cutting us a check so we can shut down their businesses, but we need the support of our listeners. Please go to thepetesantillishow.com/donate and help support our field reporting. You may not be able to join us in the streets, but this is the best way you can help. Go to thepetesantillishow.com and give now, because giving feels free.
Life Change Tea. Log on to getthetea.com. Find out why so many people reorder this product. The results will blow you away. If you have health problems and need help, order Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If it didn't work, no one would reorder. We sell a 1-year supply at a discounted rate. 2 8-ounce glasses a day helps keep sickness away. Read the numerous testimonies of how thousands and thousands have been helped by drinking Life Change Tea. Many talk show celebrities are not only talking about the tea, but using it. Feel good, lose a little weight, and enjoy your life at getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. You can also call our friendly staff at 928-308-0408. That's 928-308-0408. Life Change Tea. All natural, USA, no caffeine, great tasting detox drink. Join the leaders who have taken control of their health. Getthetea.com.
GMN is giving the finger to the NSA.
We saw, he died.
This is GMN Ken, and you're listening to the Pete Santilli Show.
Control, mind control, corruption of your thoughts, destruction of your soul.
Introducing Michael Anthony's Private Stock Herbal Formulas, infection killer for all infections, viral, bacterial, fungal, parasitic. My Rapid Heal for all injuries enables the body to mend super fast. My System Toner, the Rejuvenator, tune-up for the entire body, head to toe, keeping it youthful, the mind positive and focused. Dragon Juice, the Revitalizer, pure power in a delicious drink. If your body's dragging, you need Dragon Juice. Lung Formula for asthma and all lung afflictions, arthritis fix, great tasting herbal teas, and more. Michael Anthony's Private Stock exclusive herbal formulas. To find out more, call 845-231-1094 or email Michael Anthony's Private Stock at yahoo.com. Michael Anthony's Private Stock exclusive herbal formulas.
News in Washington, I'm Louise Schiavone. Surrounded by Republican and Democratic lawmakers, South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley today called for the removal of the Confederate flag from the grounds of the state capitol.
We are here in a moment of unity in our state, without ill will, to say it's time to move the flag from the Capitol grounds.
The decision follows a shooting rampage inside a historic black church in Charleston. 9 people died, and a 21-year-old man who embraced the flag as a symbol of white supremacy has been charged. It's week 3 in the search for the 2 convicted killers who escaped from a maximum security prison in upstate New York. As North Country Public Radio's Zach Hirsch reports, the manhunt is focusing now on a thickly wooded area some 20 miles west of the prison town.
Investigators say they have physical evidence that the escaped inmates may have spent time in a cabin in the area, but they aren't saying when or for how long. Major Charles Guess is with the New York State Police.
We have recovered specific items from that cabin. We have forwarded them to the appropriate laboratories and reached conclusive determination, but we are not prepared to release that evidence at this time so we do not jeopardize the continuity of the investigation.
Meanwhile, Joyce Mitchell, a civilian prison worker accused of helping the men escape, is awaiting trial. State prison officials have also placed a male corrections officer on administrative leave as part of the investigation. For NPR News, I'm Zach Hirsch in northern New York.
A report from the Environmental Protection Agency warns that without action on climate change, poor air quality in the U.S. could kill 57,000 people by the end of the century. The report was released by the White House to show the cost of inaction and the advantage of taking steps now. An emergency summit is underway in Brussels, where the heads of the 19 Eurozone nations are scrambling to find a way out of a financial crisis involving Greece. As NPR's Soraya Sarhadi Nelson reports, EU lenders are demanding that before further assistance, Greece commit to deeper cost-cutting measures.
Last-minute proposals from Athens on spending cuts and reforms are forcing a delay of any agreement for a few days while Greece's creditors review them. EU Council President Donald Tusk calls the latest Greek plans the first real proposals in many weeks.
But the most important thing is that the leaders take full responsibility for the political process to avoid the worst-case scenario.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel, whose country is one of Greece's main creditors, declined to comment about the latest proposals from Athens. She says without anything concrete, she and other leaders won't be making any decisions tonight. Soraya Sarhadi Nelson, NPR News, Berlin.
On Wall Street at the close, the Dow was up 103 points at 18,119. The Nasdaq up 36. This is NPR. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, a Republican who just took office in January, had serious news for his constituents today.
A few days ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. It's an aggressive B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Hogan says he's optimistic he'll survive with treatment and does not plan to step down. Recording powerhouse Taylor Swift has convinced Apple to change its mind about how it pays artists. NPR's Andrew Limbong explains.
When Apple first announced their streaming service Apple Music, they offered customers a free 3-month trial. Turns out they wouldn't be paying artists royalties during that time either. Smaller indie labels complained, but then Taylor Swift said she'd be holding back her latest album. In an open letter posted on Tumblr, Swift wrote that this isn't about her. "We don't ask you for free iPhones," she said. "Please don't ask us to provide you with our music for no compensation." Shortly after, an Apple senior vice president tweeted, "Apple Music will pay artists for streaming, even during customers' free trial period." Swift hasn't said yet whether this means she'll let Apple Music stream her album. Andrew Limbong, NPR News.
The former chairman of the Fed, Ben Bernanke, says he's appalled the Treasury plans to take Alexander Hamilton's image off the $10 bill so a woman can appear on the currency. Bernanke says instead Andrew Jackson's image should be taken from the 20. Hamilton, he says, was the best economic policymaker in U.S. history. I'm Louise Schiavone, NPR News, Washington.
By the way, if you don't like the way I go after everybody for being for attacking, like the left attacks the right, if you don't like me going after Alex Jones, if you don't like me, actually my loyalty is to our smart listeners that know better, because you have an entity that is behind people like Cenk Uygur, okay? And they get him all wound up to go out and attack the people like conspiracy theorists that are about to freaking basically bust his ass open the other way, okay? With absolute factual proof, ladies and gentlemen. Factual proof. It's no longer conspiracy theory as to what they're doing. And now this is what I'm going to do. We're going to segue into this next segment. I just need to let Bobby House know that I'm about to reveal some stuff here that I would say 99% of our listenership has never, ever seen before. Even if you've studied chemtrails inside and out, what I'm about to reveal to you, I promise you, you're going to be blown away. Ben Time Traveler, I promise you, you're going to be blown away by this. And this is the one guy that knows chemtrailing better than anybody else I know. Let me go to first-time caller in the 850. What's your first name? First-time caller.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, stay right there, okay? This is important, dude. I'm going to bring you on. I want you to listen to what I'm about to do here. Just stay right there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Bobby House waiting on the line. As soon as I finish this, we're going to bring him on the line for an important Jade Helm update. But I can't skip over this. This is really important news. Now, I'm going to go to the top of this document. In this document, ladies and gentlemen, you need to grab it. You need to download it. You need to get it off your computer, if you can. Get it on a thumb drive. All right. This document I put together exposes something called, and this is called Fun-vaccs. Okay. And this is from the government. It's a quarterly Fun-vaccs review. This report provides a summary of recommendations and conclusions based on experiments related to Project ID 149AZ2 during the period 20107 to 5107. The report does not contain any quantitative data, blobbity gobbledygook. Okay? Guess what Fun-vaccs is all about? It's about basically a study that they conducted, and I'm gonna use this terminology that's not going to mean too much to you, but I'm going to translate it. Because of the vesicular stomatitis virus's ability to essentially infect brain cells and its two-step life cycle, cyclitic infections in mammals and transmission of insects, it provided a starting point to design an airborne virus that has the ability to infect the respiratory system as well as your brain cells. Now, why are they doing that? Why are they doing it? Here's the abstract. 6 methods, okay, of this virus dispersal were tested. High altitude release is one of them. Then I just showed you a high altitude release. Water supply release. And insect transmission. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Insect transmission. You are nothing but a freaking mosquito receptacle, okay? They like to infect you via insect transmission. Diffusion by a ground-level object such as a car, diffusion from a stationary object such as a bottle, and infection of food supplies such as cattle or produce. Okay? Did you understand what I just said? Let me tell you what I just said. They have devised, the U.S. government, okay? This is a U.S. government document. Scientists have devised methods to transmit via high-altitude airborne spraying, insect transmission, water supply, every aspect of your life. They can transmit this virus. Now, why do they want to transmit this virus? Let me tell you why they want to transmit this virus. I'm going to go to the bean footage here momentarily. Let me go. Danny, do you have that queued up? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see and hear is a Pentagon presentation, and I'll provide commentary. Go ahead and just roll it, and then I'll tell you when to stop. Listen to this.
Here we have individuals who are religious fundamentalists, religious fanatics, and this is the expression, RT-PCR, real-time PCR expression of the VMAT2 gene.
Can you push pause real quick? Push pause real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to hear is why those planes that you saw before we went to the top of the hour were spraying the Baghdad population. Because there were religious fanatics there, brown people in the desert, that they needed to basically change their religious fanaticism by transmitting a virus that I just described to you. For what purposes? To change their attitudes about their religious fanaticism. You are being sprayed here in the United States of America probably because you don't buy enough freaking green grapes, whatever it is that they want to do. They'll create a virus, and then they'll basically crisscross the entire population in your local time zone. But let's find out why they're spraying the religious fanatics in Baghdad. Go ahead and roll it.
Over here, we have individuals. So let me complete. So over here, we have individuals who are not particularly fundamentalist, not particularly religious, and you can see there's a much reduced expression of this particular gene, the VMAT2 gene. Another evidence that supports our hypothesis for the development of this approach.
What you see here is by spreading this virus, we're going to eliminate individuals from donning on a bomb vest and going into a market. And
Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're hearing right now is the Pentagon. By the way, Cenk Uygur, pay close attention. This is your U.S. government that is spraying a virus over Baghdad in order to prevent suicide bombings. Okay? Go ahead, play it.
So our hypothesis is that these are fanatical people, that they have overexpression of the VMAT2 gene, and that by vaccinating them against this, we'll eliminate this behavior. So we have some very, very remarkable data in this next slide. Here we have two brain scans. These are fMRIs. These are two different individuals with different levels of expression of VMAT2. On top is an individual who's a religious fanatic, an individual, and we've repeated this numerous times, that has high levels of VMAT2. Now, this individual down here who had low levels of the VMAT2 gene, this individual would self-describe as not particularly religious. In each case, these individuals were read a religious text. This individual lit up the right middle frontal gyrus, shown here, and that's a part of the brain that's associated with theory of mind. It's a part of the brain that has to do with intents and beliefs and desires. In marked contrast, here's an individual who would not particularly self-describe as religious, and when they're read a religious text, what you see is that this part of the brain called the anterior insula lights up. This is a part of the brain that's associated with disgust or displeasure on hearing something.
So you're suggesting I take a CT scan with me when I'm evaluating people to determine whether I put a bullet in their head?
So the data that I'm presenting here supports the concept that we're proposing, and I think that we would not propose to do CT scans or fMRIs on individuals out in the hinterlands of Afghanistan. The virus would immunize against this VMAT2 gene, and that would have the effect that you see here, which is it's essentially to turn a fanatic into a normal person.
Go ahead and stop it. Go ahead and stop it.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, that, by the way, Cenk Uygur, okay? We're not conspiracy theorists at this point in regards to this. That 115-page document, I expect you to read that from top to bottom. I don't care where you are on your political spectrum. Just know that the people that have been telling you that chemtrailing and mind control is a conspiracy theory, and I want you to take all of these facts, and you know what? You need to go invite Kylie Jenner on your show and apologize to her. Because she is associated with the Kardashians, but that has nothing to do with what we're presenting here. She has discovered some stuff here. She's opened it up, and what you have done is you've been a puppet of the Saul Alinsky'ites to go in and attack the fake side of the right side of the internet and the left-right paradigm. And we've just factualized. Now this is happening over Baghdad. This is happening in the Middle East. And this is what I'm going to say. That all of the preparatory work that we've done since Nazi Germany has led to something called, what you're about to see, called Jade Helm. And all of the spraying that they've been doing here in the United States of America will help them take down the Confederate flag.